everyone, so today I am finally going to giving my review of the SZA concert that I went to for her S.O.S tour. So I saw her on the second night in LA, which is going to be March 23rd of 2023, and I saw her at the Kia Forum. And before I get into it, I do have a couple quick disclaimers, and this video is going to be timestamped, by the way, so if you just want to see like footage or whatever parts, like just check down below in my description for the timestamps and everything. Number one, this is just my personal experience and my opinions on the show. You know, it can definitely vary depending on what show that you go to, and if you did get the chance to see her on tour, I would love to know how your experience was down below in the comments, of course. I'm gonna be reading off my phone. I have like a teleprompter situation there, so I want to have that noted. Sorry for any background noise, dust particles that may occur all the way throughout this video, and if I have any notes I ever get to add, check down below. I might have a hidden comment. So first off, let's discuss my experience getting tickets. This was by far the worst experience that I've ever had getting tickets for an artist. I think that Ticketmaster's infrastructure is absolutely terrible, and just the way that they handle everything, like, it could not have been worse. So basically, I went to buy my tickets on like 2 different days, and I could not get them for the life of me. I tried probably at least 100 times to like put tickets into my cart. It was like, oh sorry, another fan is beat you to this, and that happened to me so many times. I was like, there's no way, like the site just has to be down. And so of course I just picked random tickets, and of course for the ones I couldn't afford, you know, it took me out there and it was like, oh, you can buy these now. And it's like, I wasn't even trying to big ball like that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give me some nosebleeds, I'm gonna have a fun time, like it is what it is. And I could not even manage to do that. And so yeah, like I said, I tried 2 different days, I tried for hours, it just like was not coming through for me for, you know, my budget that I had, you know, put forward for these tickets. And so basically I was just like, you know, I'm not getting tickets to the show. I essentially gave up on everything. And you know how whenever you look at Ticketmaster, sometimes they're like, oh, don't miss your chance to see blah 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 on this tour. Okay, so that's basically what happened to me. So I went on, I said, let me see what they're cooking. So I went on and I was able to find something that I was willing to pay. And so yeah, again, it was just another fan speaking to these tickets, and I had to use like PayPal or whatever. It was like, oh, your PayPal's not working, all these different things, and like I had the money in my bank account. I guess it was just the thing with Ticketmaster. So like I went back and forth with it. I was debating even getting them because of the hassle that was and everything. And my sister was like, you know, we should really get them and everything. Like she was very, you know, huge on doing that. So I was like, okay, I'll buy the tickets. So I got the tickets and I got like nosebleed seats, like I was just telling you guys. I think overall I paid like $420, something like that, for nosebleed seats, which in my personal opinion is egregious. I'm sorry, like how am I sitting like all the way at the top and I'm paying $420 for that? That does not make any sense to me, and I just hate the fact that they're like, oh, we have verified fan, we have all these different things. It's like, okay, then how are all these scappers getting in and reselling tickets and stuff like that? Like there's definitely something shady going on. It should not be that hard for me to get tickets and everything. I'm glad I was able to, but yeah, this was by far the hardest that I have had to work to be able to get tickets to see one of my favorite artists, and it should not be that way at all. You know, with Ticketmaster's horrible infrastructure and also just the fact that this is very popular, it was kind of just an entire mess. So in terms of getting there, it was pretty simple. I already saw Harry Styles at Kia Forum for his tour, and if you guys wanted to see, you know, my little review of that, I'll have a card on the screen right here. It'll be at the end of this video and a link down below in the description. But yeah, we'd already been there before, so it was pretty easy in terms of that. And I actually did go with my sister this time, which was pretty cool. And so whenever we did the Harry Styles thing, like it was trouble getting in there because we had to park and everything, so we like, it was an entire thing. But she basically just like dropped us off like near there. We walked in, we got in. Pretty simple in terms of getting in there. And like I said before with the Harry Styles thing, at the Kia Forum, at least when I went, it don't require you to do like any COVID test or vaccinations or like anything like that. They just like let you in and everything. For me personally, I wore my mask the entire time. I personally just believe in that, you know, keeping myself safe and everyone around me safe as much as possible. And so that's definitely something that is worth noting. So I personally did have my mask on. Next up, let's talk about my seating really quickly. My seats were not the best. I'm pretty sure I was in section 227. There was even people who were like behind me. So yeah, basically I kind of had like an obstructive view, and I'll probably put a video on the screen right here to where you guys can like kind of see my view a little bit. And so basically for most of the concert it was fine. I could see her and everything, but like the way that her set was, you know, put on the stage and everything, there'd be certain parts where like screens would be raised or whatever, and I literally could not see her at all, which is really frustrating. I could only see like the bottom half of her and stuff. And so yeah, I wish that they would have like set it up better, because like there was multiple songs, like 5 or 6 songs where like I just could not really see her at all, which is really a shame. That's definitely something that was a tad irritating to me. I wish things would have been different in that regard. And yeah, it was kind of like an obstructive view situation, like a side view. I was like to the side of it and not like center, kind of like I was for Harry. And also I had way better seats for Harry as well. And so yeah, I definitely think this is something that I can work for in the future. It was something that was frustrating at moments, but like I said, overall it was fine being able to see her for most of the concert. I wish that I had a better view, but to get the view that I wanted, I probably would have had to pay like double what I had. And I was just not willing to do that. Like I just wasn't. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get the nosebleeds, like it is what it is. We hoped that we would get upgraded and everything. Unfortunately we didn't, and it is what it is, but that's kind of like my experience just in terms of that. And then once I go to my concert footage and stuff, you guys will see more of what I'm talking about in terms of the obstructed view that I had. Alright, so it says the concert started starts at 8. Omar Apollo was going to be the opener for it. I got in a little bit after 8, so I think I missed part of his set. Overall thoughts on what I did see from him. I think that he's a great singer. His songs aren't my particular cup of tea at all. His music is just not my style. I respect the talent though, and that's kind of my thoughts on his set. Now I'll have a set list on the screen right here so you guys can see all the songs that he performed. I think my sister was able to appreciate him for what he was. Now, in terms of when does she come on the stage? So I looked at, you know, the timestamps on my phone and everything, and it said like around 9:16 is when the visuals like started, basically, you know, the show and everything. And then at 9:19, that's when she started singing the first song. And then around 10:53 is whenever she was singing Good Days, which is the last song. And then like we had that moment, and then basically she came back on stage, and it was like her last night of the US leg of the tour, and they gave her like a little plaque of like achievement and stuff like that. And they gave her, you know, like some jewelry and stuff, and she was just saying, thank you guys so much for buying my album and stuff like that. There was like a confetti moment, and yeah, then everybody went home. So yeah, that's kind of like my experience and everything, and I really like whenever people share these parts, because sometimes you know, see the time on the ticket and you're like, oh, I have to be there by that time, and you get really stressed out. That's what happened to me for the Harry Styles concert. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna start at 8, like I have to be there. But no, that's just when the opener starts. At least that's what I've learned. Next up is going to be the set list, which I'm gonna have on the screen right here, just so you guys can see the songs that she performed at least at my show. And there were some different moments, like she did Ghost in the Machine for us, and she did the special remix with Lizzo and stuff like that. So those were things that were just, you know, for my show and stuff like that. And I know that she has at least performed Ghost in the Machine, you know, a few times on tour and everything, so we did have that moment, which was really cool, and I really love that moment on it. Overall thoughts on the set list, I am happy with it. You know, she performed some of my favorite songs and everything. I really wish she would have done the alternate version of Love Galore. Like, I was really hoping that she would have done that, but I really can't complain at the set list. She did like 30 songs or something like that, and you know that you have a strong discography when you do that many songs. And I'm like, dang, why didn't you do this song? The concert felt too short or anything. Like, that's really a testament to her as an artist. So overall, I am thrilled with the set list. I'm thrilled with the surprises that we got, and so that's personally how I feel about it. Now I'm about to show you the footage that I got from the show, and a couple quick disclaimers before we get into it. Number one, I do not have footage for every single song, and here's the reason. Sometimes you just want to live in the moment. You don't want to necessarily have to record everything. I did FaceTime my cousin for like 3 of the songs, something like that. So like Doves in the Wind, I believe, for Low, and like some other stuff as well, so I don't have footage for those songs particularly. I FaceTime one of my friends for S.O.S because they specifically were like, I really want you to FaceTime me for that song. Stuff like that. And so yeah, also the battery on my phone, I didn't want my phone to die, so I don't have footage for every single song. And then also I was singing along with some parts of the song. I'm gonna try not to have the parts that I was singing along in it, because I have said this before, I am a horrible singer. I know what it's like to, you know, just sing and then you listen back to it and it's horrible. Like, that's what I go through. So I try not to sing along. I was doing it today just for fun. Also, if you hear like some loud screaming like right next to me or singing, that was my sister. My sister was going off at this concert. You can specifically hear it whenever Ghost in the Machine is happening, and also for some other parts as well. Like, she was really going all out, and yeah, she was just having fun. And also I told her, I was like, you gotta learn the lyrics and stuff like that. Maybe we can get upgraded. Like I said, unfortunately we did. So if you do hear, you know, some loud screaming next to me, that potentially is her, or also other people around me and everything. But overall, I really like the atmosphere of the show. I tried to get the best footage that I could. Like I said, I did have an obstructive view, so I did whatever I could. I tried to have, you know, multiple angles, zooming in on her at some parts, looking at the screen at multiple parts. I'm gonna have to like edit it in a certain way due to copyright, because if I just, you know, throw everything in, they're gonna copyright this video and people can't see it, so there'll be like little parts all to cut out. I think overall that this footage turned out better than the Harry concert, because then I figured out how to fix the HDR and like lower the exposure, brightness, or whatever, so I think it turned out better in the colors and stuff like that, so I wanted to have that. But now onto the footage for the show.
Didn't I do it again? You know I need too much attention with shit like that. I can be a supermodel if you believe. Why I can stay home just by myself? I need you, I need you, I need you. So when the girl on the phone, she's gone, she never wore anything and she wants to talk. Like her, I wanted to be like her. I wish I was special. I hate that you made me like you, just like you. Took a long vacation, no makeup, just changing. She wasted, screaming fuck that, looking up for the thing. I slept up you. How am I supposed to tell you? Nobody gets me like you. Nobody gets me like you. Nobody gets me like you. Me on something ballet, the clothes I would never wear. If I really deserve that, promise you I'm gonna take me back. I wanna tell you. How am I supposed to tell you? Nobody gets me like you. Nobody gets me you. Nobody gets me you. For the bitches who might be a trimester, I need more space and security. I need your touch, not your scrutiny. Hot girl, never replaces. She's gone girl. On you and I regress. I'm the shadow repeating, I digress. I need more space and security. Gone girl,
favorite songs that she performed. So Prom is literally my favorite song in Control. I love it so much. I think it is ridiculously underrated. Whenever she finally started performing that, I was really, really happy about it because I just love that song so much. One of her best. And like I said, it sucks about the obstructed view because I couldn't really see her for that, so I really hated that moment of it, but I'm really glad that she performed the song overall. And then next up, Ghost in the Machine, and having Phoebe Bridgers come out was definitely a moment. One of my favorite songs off of this new album. I love Phoebe. I love SZA ad-libbing off of it. I love the energy that you could just feel off of everybody. It was a really, really nice moment. It was something that's really cool, and I'm glad that she did. You know, I had a feeling that I should, you know, be recording it, and so for that moment to happen, I was really, really thankful for that. My sister was enjoying that. Like I said, you can definitely hear her like screaming in the footage and part of it. That's definitely something worth noting, but I really enjoyed that section of it. I thought it was cool how Lizzo came out for the special remix. I'll be honest, I really could not hear much of what was going on because it was like so loud. I did not hear SZA's verse at all. And I was actually going to wait until I filmed, you know, my next video on here with like the recapping and stuff like that to actually listen to it. And so I wasn't going to listen to it. And then they performed at the concert, but like I said, I couldn't really hear most of what was going on because it was so loud. Also really love whenever she did Gone Girl. Again, it sounds like something that could be straight off of Control. I really love this song. And so it was just a really nice moment. And I believe this is like the part of the show whenever she was in the boat. So I just thought it was cool. I really love this song. And yeah, so I'm really glad that she did this one and probably my favorite song off the new album. Next up is Kiss Me More. So she kind of does like an alternate version of it. And yeah, this song has just been something I've loved ever since it came out. Glad they got the Grammy for it and everything. I thought that was cool. And yeah, it was just so much fun to listen to live. So I'm really glad that she did this one for us. Kill Bill, the hit that keeps on giving. I hope that it gets to be number one. I really like that one. Blind, amazing live. She absolutely devoured that. I really had a great time listening to that one. Shirts, we waited so long for Shirt and she did not disappoint with the vocals on that live. Broken Clocks, what can I say about that song that hasn't already been said? The song is so great to drive to. If you've never driven to that song before, you definitely should. The entire Control album really, but that specific song, I really love that. And then I also really love whenever she did Drew Barrymore, and just what a great song. I really like that pocket of the show. And now onto my overall thoughts on the concert. I think that this is something that is highly worth going to if you're interested. I had a great time at this thing. I'm so happy that I finally got to see SZA live. You know, like I said, with the S.O.S record, I feel like she just really proved why she's the main R&B girl. And, you know, with this tour, she's just, you know, further honing in on that. And just, she's a really great performer. She really connected with us. And I really feel like she sounds just like the record. And so many people I talk to love to hate on her. She can't sing live and duh. Has she had some bad performances? Yes, a lot of people have. But she's really come a long way from whenever she started. She sounded just like the record, if not better. I love the ad-libs. I love the moments. I just love that you could tell she was really enjoying herself all the way throughout the entire concert. So she absolutely ate vocally. What a treat. I thought that her outfits were great. She changed outfits multiple times throughout the show. And I like, you know, all the moments on there, she just really ate in terms of the outfits. You know, they made sense. They were cool with the songs. You know, the Kill Bill outfit moment and, you know, the jersey and like all those moments. I really liked the outfit. And I also really liked the choreo as well for the songs. Again, it was something that made sense. It was something that she really got into. It was something that was really fun. She was moving all the way throughout the stage in general. So I really liked that she was using all the stage and stuff. And I really liked the transitions in between songs and how well that it was thought out, you know, mashing some songs up together and stuff like that. You know, there was a transition moment with Smoking on My X-Pac and whatever, whenever she was like getting ready for the next song. So I thought that that was cool, like little moments like that. I really love the boat moment. I thought it was cool, you know, especially because like I said, my seats weren't the best. And so being able to, you know, see that moment and, you know, that part of the show, I thought that that was something that was really cool as well. Again, the set list was great. Can't complain about it really. And like I said, I wish that I had better seats and I didn't like the obstructive view. But besides that, that's like my only complaint on the show. I really enjoyed myself. SZA is the main R&B girl, like I've been telling you guys. If you have the opportunity to see her live at this tour, I would highly recommend doing it. I'm so thankful that I was able to make this happen. I'm glad that my sister came and had a really good time as well. In the end, I think that SZA is very talented as a singer and a songwriter. And like I said, I feel like she never really gets the credit as a songwriter that she deserves. And you know, it's just so interesting, you know, listening to her melodies and just the way that she fits words together and things like that. Like I said, I think that she's the best R&B girl out right now. I think that the album is strong. I really hope that she cleans up in this award season because she really deserves it. And I just really appreciate the effort that she's been putting in. This is very talented. I'm glad that she's making music. I'm just thankful to be living the same time as her, you know, Scorpio Queen. We really do love it as I'm a Scorpio myself. So we love those moments. Appreciate her greatness in real time and give her flowers now. Because a lot of times people wait too late to give people their flowers. And I don't believe in that. I'm going to give people their flowers if I believe in them and now and as much as I can because why not do that? But I had a really great time. Something that's important and worth noting that I really wanted to say is that I know it seems like whenever artists have pre-sales and stuff, you're like, I have to get tickets or else I'm not going to be able to go. But what I realized is like 90% of the time at least, like you probably will be able to go because you know, you feel like, oh, I have to do it right now. But usually there are some tickets that are left over. So if you're not able to get tickets for someone immediately, please don't stress. Try to go back a few days later, maybe a week later, see if they're available. Also, ticket prices fluctuate a lot. Sometimes you can look around and something is like really high and like the seats aren't the best, and sometimes vice versa can happen. So you really have to scroll through, make sure you're looking diligent with your eyes, make sure that you're looking at the map and getting a good deal, because sometimes really good seats are for great deals. You just have to find them. The whole Ticketmaster infrastructure is a mess. So I know in the moment it might feel like if I don't get these tickets now, I'm just not going to get them. But a lot of times that's just not true, and so that's definitely something that I wanted to say in regards to that. Next up, I wanted to talk about my experience taking photos after the concert. I took so many photos after the concert that I hated, and the number one rule whenever you take photos in general, but especially at the concert, you have to look back at them after you take them, because you don't want to take all this picture and be like, ooh, I ate, and then they're horrible. So I definitely looked back at them, and there was only 2 that I actually liked, and I'll put them on the screen right here to where you guys can see them and everything. I had a few that I took with my sister as well. She doesn't want to be on like social media or whatever. Fine, I respect that, of course. I really thought it was cool, you know, all those like little lyrics that they had and stuff and how they did it. Now, in terms of getting merch, I didn't get any. I remember whenever we first got into the concert and everything, we looked at everything that was available. My sister wanted, you know, the version of the jersey that they were selling, which is not the same on the website, and I told her, I was like, that's not the same thing. She didn't believe me until we got there, and then we saw it, and then there happened to be someone with a jersey from the site like right next to it, and you could kind of see the difference in there. It was like $65. So we talked it over. We're like, it's not really worth it to buy it. Like, I would rather buy the jersey, which I do think is overpriced. At a certain point, I will get it and everything. And if you're like, oh, but what are you wearing? This isn't official merch or anything. My mom was like driving, and then someone was like selling it on the street, and then she bought it. And also the photos that you guys see me in, again, that was something that they were selling on the way to the concert. I gave them like 20 bucks and I bought it. I forget how much this one was, but it was a really good deal. So yeah, this is not like official by any means. It's just something that we happened to get and everything. I would like to get the jersey from our site, maybe a few other things from our site, but I personally didn't buy any merch or anything just because I couldn't justify the cost and everything as well. It was kind of nice not to, you know, buy merch and everything just because it was an entire thing of I didn't have to, you know, carry that with me because I already had like my phone and other stuff. But yeah, whenever I'm filming this, the S.O.S vinyls are finally on her store right now. I finally bought one. Unfortunately, it's just a black pressing. I was hoping for a color pressing. Maybe those will happen in the future. If so, I'll buy another variant of it. I really don't mind. But I've been waiting up for this album on vinyl for so long. I love the cover. I love how they zoomed in on it. So it was an instant purchase for me. So that is going to be my review of the SZA concert that I went to. And again, if you guys saw her on tour, please let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What were your favorite moments and everything? Any special things that she did for your particular show? Let me know down below because I would absolutely love to read them and everything. If you know somebody who went, you know, let me know all that stuff down below in the comments. I would love to read them. If you guys want to see more videos on SZA, I'll have it on the screen right here to where you guys can go to. I don't know if it'll let me link the entire playlist, but it should at least let me link one video. I did a reaction to her S.O.S album. I hosted a Twitter space that I reposted of us like doing a lyrical breakdown of the album and stuff like that you guys can check out as well, and some other stuff, so definitely go check that out if you're interested. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, give it a like down below. It helps me out a lot into the algorithm. I very much appreciate it. And also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Hit the bell, get a notification on your phone when I post and not miss some brand new videos come out. The first thing down below in the description is gonna be my main channel. I'm a lot more active on there. Also now my Twitter, my Instagram, my Spotify, my TikTok if you guys would like to follow me, as well as the videos I did on SZA like I just mentioned. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.